Turning Point USA, based here in Phoenix. It's a nonprofit group co-founded by Kirk that advocates for conservative politics on high school, college, and university campuses.
The stop in Utah today was the first on what was supposed to be his American comeback tour. Fox 10's Kenzie Beach begins our coverage tonight. Kenzie.
Yeah, John, Christina, we have new information from FBI Director Kash Patel saying they have a new suspect in custody. This is a different person from the original suspect, a new person of interest they are looking to, the person that they believe, the FBI believes is responsible for the shooting death of Charlie Kirk, CEO and founder of Turning Point, which is headquartered right here in Arizona. Charlie Kirk and his family spending plenty of time in Arizona. They had a home here in the Valley. He spent a plethora of visits to Arizona during the 2024 presidential election, and today he was doing what he did at college campuses all over the country when he was assassinated. Now, if you look at this video right here, you can see Charlie Kirk's body being carried and rushed out of this event. He was taken by a private car from Utah Valley University to a nearby hospital where Charlie Kirk was pronounced dead. Utah Valley University has confirmed the shooter was on a roof of a nearby building 200 feet away from the amphitheater where the Turning Point event was being held. The late Charlie Kirk, a conservative activist, frequently spoke on college campuses, allowing open dialogue and debate on controversial topics. Now, before this event on Utah Valley University's campus, there was a petition that was circulating with about 1,000 signatures going around campus asking university administrators to bar Kirk. But the university's statement came back citing First Amendment rights, welcoming Charlie Kirk and Turning Point. The original suspect was detained but quickly released, and now the FBI has announced a new suspect is in custody.
We believe this was a targeted attack towards one individual. This is a tragic moment in our state and in our country.
I know there's a lot of questions. This is very much an active case, and this investigation is in its early stages. We are following all the leads and all the evidence. If anyone has any information, please report it to the FBI or local law enforcement.
Now, the amphitheater where the debate was held was packed not only with college students on that campus, but families at the time of that shooting. We've seen aerials following this devastation. You see strollers, and our Fox affiliate spoke with witnesses on that campus as it was evacuating, recalling the moments this all unfolded.
Just one shot straight into Charlie Kirk, and that was it.
He was talking about guns right when he was shot.
And then he fell over and slumped down, and everybody got down and was screaming, and then we all ran.
Everyone got down. Everyone was so scared, and I just grabbed her, and my boss was with us, which is her mom. She was like, run, and we finally got up and followed the crowd, and I just kept holding her. I don't even have my shoes on. I left my keys, and everyone's just scared. It's traumatizing.
Now, we have new information that just came into our newsroom from FBI Director Kash Patel. Now, we told you about a first suspect that was taken into custody and released. A second suspect, person of interest, who they thought was the shooter. We are now just learning a second suspect has also been released. So the FBI is still looking for the person responsible for the shooting death of Charlie Kirk. That suspect still on the loose. They are looking for someone. So the FBI has put out tip lines. You can reach out to the FBI or your local law enforcement for any information about what happened on that Utah college campus today. Now, as I mentioned, Charlie Kirk was doing what he does on college campuses all over the country. Now, both Arizona State University and Grand Canyon University have chapters of Turning Point on their campuses. We're going to continue to have coverage for you and the latest information to find out who is responsible for the shooting death of Charlie Kirk. But right here now at the headquarters of Turning Point, we've seen a growing memorial, and just recently they're putting up a new sign. You can kind of see this over my left shoulder if we want to pan as they're doing it right now. We heard them putting stakes into the ground, and it's still unclear what this sign is going to show, but there seems to be a new memorial sign honoring Charlie Kirk. From what I can see over here, it seems to be a picture of his face on the left-hand side with his name on the right-hand side, and I'm sure we will have more coverage continuing here at Turning Point, their headquarters right here in Arizona.
I have a young man who's in college right now, and I know how important Charlie Kirk was to this generation, and I just think it's important that we stop the violence.
Yeah, as Kenzie just mentioned, a memorial is growing outside of Turning Point headquarters there in Phoenix.
Kirk founded the nonprofit in 2012, and it advocates for conservative politics on high school and college campuses.
Fox 10's Ashlie Rodriguez is live outside the headquarters today with more. You spoke with students today, Ashlie, right?
Yeah, I spoke with students today at ASU's campus where he was there quite often, and I've been speaking to people coming out here. The man you just saw walk behind me, just an outpouring of emotion. Let me tell you, he went to the growing memorial that Kenzie had mentioned, and he just took a knee. And throughout Kenzie's report, he was just on his knees crying. She mentioned the sign that they're putting up. Police have showed up. Their presence is here. Brian, can you go ahead and zoom into this family? Let me just give you a snapshot of what we're seeing. This is what we've been seeing throughout the day. This is a family who's just coming to pay their respects, carrying a bouquet of flowers, the flags at half-mast. When we first got the news, I mean, everyone, when they first got that push alert or their friends texted them, your heart just stopped. We ran out here. We rushed out here. Security was already out here. They were very somber. You could tell that they were afraid. They told us the campus was closed, and then we saw car after car leaving from inside the campus, probably folks that work at Turning Point, just getting the news that their boss had been shot, no doubt terrified. So the grief that we're seeing is just, it's overwhelming, but it's also sparking a lot of debate. The Johnson family brings bouquets of white and pink roses to the Turning Point headquarters in Phoenix.
It was always about Jesus. It was the only thing that he done all this for, was to lead people to Christ. And he was an incredible inspiration to not only me, but thousands of people here throughout the valley and to the millions of people all around the world.
Turning Point had not only a massive impact on the lives of Christians and conservatives, but on thousands of college students across the nation. His chapters at campuses around the country boasted of nearly 250,000 student members. Kirk's Get Out the Vote efforts in 2024 may have helped President Trump win the election. Trump won Arizona by 5 percentage points after losing the state in 2020. Kirk has a history of visiting ASU, where there has been a Turning Point chapter for almost a decade. You just heard the news. What is your reaction?
He did so much, and he loved God, and he helped spread the gospel, and he was a family man, and it's just heartbreaking. It's even worse that leftists are celebrating his death.
Kirk made a name for himself by mobilizing high school and college students to engage in conservative politics. His sharp-witted and cutting debate style going viral on social media. But his visits to campuses often drew sharp criticism from faculty and students, even leading to a petition against his visit to ASU in 2023.
I think that a man who said that some gun deaths are necessary to keep the Second Amendment ate his words in a very hard way. And I think, hopefully, this will be something that shows Republicans that we do need some gun reform. We don't have to get rid of the Second Amendment, but since it's probably hitting them close to home now, hopefully they can have some empathy for the victims.
His death sparking more debate over the concerning political climate of this country.
There's so much division. No one can disagree with anyone. Just because you disagree with him doesn't give you a reason to shoot him.
And for his ardent supporters, Kirk's death isn't just sad, it's scary, hitting especially close to home after watching then-candidate Donald Trump be targeted and shot by a gunman while speaking.
He's left a legacy, and we're just praying for Erica and his kids.
So just as we've been in that story, more people have walked up. Take a look here live. You can see just people in shock. And you have to remember that while nationally and maybe even internationally, people are shocked by this brutality and this heinous shooting, here in Phoenix, it really hits home because he was a face that people grew to recognize. He owned property here in a gated community. My aunt actually texted me and says she saw him at a Diamondbacks game recently. So there was a connection to him. There was a connection to his Christianity for a lot of people who have faith, and they're really hurting right now, and a lot of people also very scared as you heard in there in that story, just at the tone of this political climate and how people are just going deeper and deeper into their echo chambers and don't feel safe to express their opinion and are also at each other's throats. Now, Turning Point released a statement. They said that they believe that he is in the arms of his Savior. Please pray for his wife and his 2 young kids, and please respect their privacy and dignity. Our heart goes out to them. This, no doubt, is got to be the worst day of their lives. We'll send it back to you in the studio.